Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're watching me today around the world. Welcome back to Invest with Peter. So today I'm going to be talking about the market review and what I think about the CPI that was released today, the 10th of February 2022. Okay, friends, I was thinking today because I just thought about like the CPI coming out. Where is it gonna go? Is it gonna go up? Is it gonna come down? It's gonna be, what market was expecting. But something was telling me it was actually gonna beat the expectation. It was going to be higher than the expectation. Market was expecting 7.3, and I was thinking it might be lower than that. And if it's lower than that, we're going to see a lot of green today. If it's higher than that, we're going to be seeing a lot of red. It came out 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, and it was 7.5. You had me, 7.5. Straight away, I went to NASDAQ and see what's going on there. NASDAQ started going down. I was like, well, let's see how far this is going to go down. An hour later, market opened and, market went down a little bit. From there, I started going up and I was wondering, what kind of market are we dealing with? The report is not good. The market started rallying. So that tells us that, the market we had before COVID is no longer the market we're dealing with at the moment. All right, guys, if you've not subscribed to this channel, my name is Peter Haas. Please kindly subscribe to the channel because I bring this information every week. It helps me help the channel to grow and helps send a message around the world, and put a like, in your comment and all that stuff. But guess what? What are we gonna do about this? Because market has become a trader's market. If you know how to trade, this is your market. If you don't know how to trade, dollar cost average. If you want some gains, you better stay with the big guns. Dividend stock is good for you as well. But if you don't know what you're doing, you better start learning, because we don't know where this is heading to. The market is not normal. CPI came out 7.5, higher than expectation. And I believe we might be going towards double digit at some point this year. Fed is there, they're not ready to do anything. They're just kicking the can down the road. When is this going to stop? Jerome Powell was saying, well, we're going to be raising rates at some point this year. Market was actually taking off 5 times. JP Morgan said it's going to be raised 7 times. Some people say market has already priced it in. But has market actually priced it in? We're going to be talking about what's going to be happening very soon. But before then, let's talk about Palantir. Palantir has been one of my favorite stock, right? It's a data-driven company. Peter Thiel is being behind this company. And no one knows what this company can do. There's only people who knows what this company can do that are investing in this company. So many people believe buying Palantir now is a gamble. It might explode and it might go down. But well, Palantir is Palantir. If it's your stock, well, it's your stock. If it's not, you can put your money in Robinhood and see how far you go with that. Palantir today extended their partnership with Ferrari for another year, to bring the data-driven analytics tech to, Scudenia Ferrari. Palantir has been partnering with Ferrari for a while now because, if you are Formula One fan, you know what I'm talking about, or you will get to understand what I'm talking about. So Palantir has been the database or the brain behind the data collecting by these fast cars, when they're doing Formula One racing and all that. Because data is going to propel, and drive the performance, decision of the power unit of these engines, on the racetrack. And it actually optimize and rapidly analyze the data, because during Formula One, if you've watched it before, if you follow Formula One, data is very important. Sending data to the driver and driver sending information to the people in the pit is very important. So Palantir has signed another 1-year extension with that, and it's a good news for us Palantir investors. Now let's move on. Now, the Roni Rona is still here. It's not gone yet, but many countries are now scrapping the vaccine mandate. If you've been watching the news, you see vaccine mandate is getting scrapped gradually, and mask mandate is getting put under the bin at the moment. Some countries are even scrapping vaccine at all. Some states in the US are saying, well, it's no longer mandatory to use mask in the train, in the flight and or something like that. So what does that say? What does that mean to us? That means we are actually understanding that we need to move on. We need to deal with these. We need to move on. So countries will start treating Rona like just a flu. So that means it's been 2 years plus now we've been dealing with this virus, and the economy needs to move on, regardless of what's happening, how many people dying, people getting sick, people are getting long COVID and all that stuff. But we're ready to move on. As an investor, how do I profit from these? We need to start looking at opportunities around reopening places like, hotels, travel and leisure, and also, cruise line, airport, airlines, and all that stuff. So those are the places we need to be looking at this point. But if you're smart, I think those companies are already beating down now. Some are down 50%, 40%, some are even down 70%. If you start picking them one by one, I think when the whole thing open up, man, you will be up there 70, 80% profit. So let's start moving gradually. Because investors, as a long-term investor, I always believe in getting in as early as possible. If I get in early now, it's going to be good for me, and I'll be able to make some money while people are still looking everywhere. But if you're smart money, if you know where to move on to, where to move your money, before you know it, you start cashing in. So personally, I believe the whole world is ready to move on. Reopening places are going to be very, very hot, very, very soon. Don't forget the commodities as well. CPI is up. People are not really, paying for services. People are actually paying for goods and not services. But look at what's happening to energy generally, gas, because of Russia issue and Ukraine. Gas price and fuel price has gone up. The money we're paying, the actually stuff we're paying for gas and electricity has gone up already around the world, not even in US or in UK or something like that. Around the world, people are feeling it. And there's still this crisis around. Japan is saying they're going to be sending liquid gas, to European countries just to ease the pressure at the moment. That's the news that came out today. But where things are going, I think if you are going towards energy, invest in energy and commodities at this point, because the market is not normal. Market shouldn't be going green when CPI report is coming out positive and negative, right? So people were expecting, everybody's shocked. Wall Street analysts was thinking the CPI is not good, but market is rallying. So if you're a swing trader, this is your market. We've said it that this year is going to be, stock pickers year. It's not longer a year where you just dabble into any company and just invest. You need to look carefully into what you're going to be investing into. I don't want to bore you. I don't want to waste your time. My name remain Peter Ads, and I'm going to see you on the next one. Bye for now.